Good evening, folks. How you doing? Just wanted to put out a real quick video for you. I'm going to try to keep this whole thing around 10 minutes, so bear with me. It's going to go rather quickly. Something new to show you here. This is a Taurus GX4. A friend of mine handed this to me this morning and said, I'd like to see a video and I'd like to see you put it through its paces with some different kinds of ammunition. So I told him I'd do that. So showing you here real quick. This is an empty pistol. It's got an 11 round flush fit magazine. It has a plain white dot front sight. It's got a serrated plain black sight. The sights on this pistol are nothing special, but they do work well. I really would have liked to have seen a glow dot on the front. They didn't put it on there, and that's okay. One thing that I'm not overly upset about is there's no cut here for an RMR or a reflex sight on the top of this pistol. In my humble opinion, and this is just for me, that's all this is, I don't think a pistol like this really needs an optic mounted to it. This is a pocket gun. Alright, so what is it? Taurus just came out with these. They are a new generation direct competitor to the likes of the SIG P365, the Springfield Hellcat, the Ruger Max 9, the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Plus. I mean, that's what these are put out to contend with. I can tell you right now, it's a really nice pistol, but it's not a SIG P365. I'm not going to compare the two right now. I might later. It does seem to be a nicer pistol than the Ruger Max 9. More on that later also. But for now, what do we know about this pistol? Well, MSRP I think is $392. Okay, so this is take two at the unboxing. Most Taurus pistols come in a box like this. Every one that I have ever bought came in a box like this. The GX4 comes in a hard case. I think they're trying to keep up with SIG on the P365 with this. Opening the box, you have the manual. You have a little tag that was attached to the trigger guard indicating a limited lifetime warranty and to please read the manual. So you have the pistol, the lock, two standard magazines, more on that later, and an additional back strap that is a little bit larger than the one that's previously installed. I'm going to leave this one on the pistol. It's the one that was on there when I got it from the guy this morning. I didn't need to change it for the test firing that I did. Something that I think is kind of comical is they used a piece, it's not even an entire zip tie, for a chamber flag with this. So they've stepped up their packaging a little bit. I guess they did that on account of the increased cost in this pistol versus their previous line of subcompact 9mm. So in typical fashion with what I've been doing lately with my pistol reviews is right now 9mm ammunition is still really, really hard to come by. It is coming into the stores, you can find it, but it's not, I couldn't walk into just any given store today and go buy a box. You have to be diligent trying to find it. That being said, nobody pays me to do this. I buy everything that I use on these videos that I'm putting out for you guys. I do my own stunts, folks. So I'm going to be a little bit sparing with the ammunition that I use, but what I am going to try is with my Taurus pistols, my G3 and my G3C, neither one of them like my lead 124 grain truncated cone hand loads that I have to size the bullets in order to get them to function through those pistols. And even then, they really don't like them. I've had a lot of people tell me before that Tauruses have a tight chamber, and I think that's probably the issue. I know my SIG P365, all my Glock pistols, anything else that I've tried those through, they function just fine. The Taurus G series pistols are the only ones I've ever had an issue with those rounds with. So for starters, that's what I'm going to try in this pistol. I'm going to try some sized and I'm going to try some unsized lead truncated cone bullets that I cast myself and I hand loaded them. I'm going to try them through this pistol and see how they do. If they shoot well, I'm going to shoot a variety of other kinds of ammunition through it just to see what it'll feed and what it'll hang up on. So without any further ado, let's get outside. I think there's a break in the rain right now. It has been storming every day here in East Texas, folks, and I haven't really had much of a chance to get outside and do much on account of the rain, but we're going to make this happen today, even if I have to stand in a puddle. So I'm not kidding when I tell you that it's been raining every day out here. The water is standing over the ground. There's hardly anywhere to stand. Look at that. Anyway, I'm I'm braving life and limb here. Had to take off my lucky socks. Look at that. Wow. This property's flooded, but this is where we're gonna go to test fire this this Taurus GX4 today and see how it performs with a variety of ammunition. So we have a bit of a thunderstorm going on right now, and I don't want to be standing in the water behind me. So I'm going to shoot from about 5 yards today rather than the normal 7, just because I don't want to be standing in the water. But here we go. We're out here today. Again, the weather sucks. It's kind of a break in the rain right now. Everything's flooded out here. But I've got the Taurus GX4 loaded up with some of my lead 124 grain truncated cone hand loads that I hand cast, and these have been sized. I think I've mentioned before that Taurus pistols, generally speaking, do not like my lead hand loads. The chambers are pretty tight. These ones, they seem to have gone into battery okay. I'm going to test them for reliability right now with that little Caldwell shoot and see target over there at about 5 yards. Okay, so I had a wardrobe malfunction with my target down there. That plywood is kind of damp and they didn't want to stick real well, but we're going to go again and see what kind of group we can hold. So far it went into battery just fine. No hiccups, no problems whatsoever with this little Taurus pistol. I'm going to cycle another magazine full of these lead hand loads through this Taurus to see how it does. Again, 11 rounds through it with no failures or malfunctions of any kind. Got another magazine loaded up here, and there's 11 different kinds of bullets in this mag. I've got 3 or 4 different kinds of hollow points, a couple of different profiles of full metal jackets, a lead bullet. I've even got a Liberty Civil Defense round in there. So mainly I'm just, I'm using ammo sparingly, trying to see what all will cycle through this gun. So let's find out. So what did we find out today, folks? This is what I know. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed shooting the Taurus GX4. It's a really nice pistol. It's a little bit cheaper than most of the competition. It's a little bit lacking in some of the gadgety type trick features that some of the other pistols have. But this is what it has. It's got a flat face trigger that in my opinion is the best trigger I've ever felt on a Taurus pistol. That's a win. It has a natural pointability that I can't think of anything else, with the exception of my SIG P365, that is that small, that is that easy to point and shoot. I really wish it had a glow sight. I'm glad it doesn't have the cutout on the top for the optic. And the only thing that I really would have liked to have seen it come with that it didn't come with would be a pinky rest for one of the magazines, and or an extra magazine with a +2 adapter on the bottom of it. And I think we're probably going to see those as time progresses, and you're probably going to be able to get them. Right now there's not really anything in the way of accessories available for it, holsters and the like, but those will be coming around the bend pretty quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to my buddy and I'm going to see if he'll trade me my Ruger Max 9 for this pistol. There's about a $100 difference between what the Max 9 cost me and what this one cost him, but I think his pistol is better than that Ruger Max 9. But more on that later. Thanks for watching. God bless.